School, Writ 101, Money is Consuming Us, at the University of Montana. Hi, guys. Hi, Dad. Okay, I recently ran away. I ran away from school and from home. I ran away from my phone and all of my technical attachments. I ran away from my boyfriend and my family. I ran away from everything. I took a backpack and caught a bus and ran away. I think I was searching for words that you could understand. Sometimes it seems like I live in a world that is all my own, and I wake up again in your world feeling lost and alone. This world that we live in is consuming itself at a great rate of speed. Everyone the whole world over is taking but never giving. Our survival is limited to the amount of money we can consume from each other. Our productivity isn't our focus. Our productivity isn't our focus, but rather how much money we can produce off of each other, the earth, and all that dwell on it. I ran away from my NASAC class, Native American Studies. And in this class, I was supposed to be reading a book on who has the rights to consume the dead from the clutches of the earth. When my survival depends on the money, then who has the right to tell me which I can and which I cannot consume? Why are the dead allocated to only those who have the rights of excavation? Why is their need for survival greater than the needs of others? Because they paid their dues and fought for the right to consume the dead? When my survival is dependent on the amount of money I can acquire by consuming that which is, why would anything be off bounds? The dead don't need to survive anymore. Why is the dead's needs greater than the survival of the humans who wish to exploit them? I also ran away from sociology class. In this class, we're learning the divisional labels of society and sexual desires of those who we work with. Why do I need to know who you're fucking or who you wish to be fucking in order to work with you? This class has a label for a hegemonic male, but they do not have a label for the female counterpart. Is this because she is only a subordinate and therefore needs not a label? Why do I need to know your sexual desires? I don't care that you're a homosexual or even a transsexual. What I do care about is whether you can function in a productive, helpful manner and be a part of a successful team. I also ran away from ceramics class for no other reason than I was running away from everything else. I need to go pick up my ceramic head after I finish typing this out. She's a special creation of mine, and I look forward to seeing the finished results. And the last class I ran away from is Writ 101, an online class. Here, I should be writing a paper on my learning experiences and one on my perspective of the schooling system I am now a part of. I didn't have the words inside of me at the time to write these papers, so I ran away in search of the words and of perspective. Why are we consuming the earth, the animals and the humans all residing on our glorious planet, all in the never-ending search for money and survival? The school I am attending's main goal is to acquire money, and their second goal is in training us, the students. I am being consumed by the school for money I produce. Nowhere in the school I have yet to learn how to see each other as individuals or how to overcome the divisions of the labels that they categorize us into. The school could be teaching us so much more, but their focus is on producing money. Their sponsors and supporters are people who are focused on producing more money. The programs of the school, the programmers of the school, the men who ultimately decide what is and what is not taught in schools, their focus is on producing more money. Their bottom line is paramount, and I am second to that of their money. The only way to produce money is to have a product everybody wants. The only way to produce more money is to produce more variations or replacements of those products. We're not being productive because we're being profitable. We're producing more stuff and taking advantage of each other in a never-ending race for more money. Why should the dead be protected from the scavenges of the earth when the living are still being consumed by them? I am supposed to come up with 6 outside studies to help support my claims here. I found 2. One was about monkeys and their seemingly similar need for greed and money, and more. They were able to train monkeys to use money, and when the monkeys were able to use and manipulate money, they started taking advantage of each other a lot like humans do. But then I thought, we are not monkeys, we're humans, and therefore able to think our way out of the problems that we produce. One of the problems that we have produced is greed and manipulation through the acquisition of money. Monkeys may not be able to think their way out of this problem, but they also haven't thought their way into these problems either. It is only with our direction and teaching that they can even mentally use the money in an artificial system that the humans have produced for them. It is still yet to be witnessed whether they can completely consume each other and the earth that supports them in their endeavors for more money without the humans' artificial interference. The second was about whether humans became mean when The second was about whether humans become mean when they elevate financially above other humans. The data leans towards yes. Humans indeed become meaner towards one another when their monetary worth becomes more than that of his peers. Our need for more is a cancer on the earth and on each other. We are producing more and more stuff than we'll ever need. We are producing faulty stuff in an attempt to produce more when it falters so that we can produce more money in the expense of those in need, at the expense of those in need. Because our salvation is in our money and not in the stuff that we produce. We are a better prophet when we're sick. My doctor's survival lies in the amount of money he can generate out of me, not in my health, but rather in my sickness. My doctor doesn't make money for me being healthy. He makes money for me being sick. The amount of doctors consuming off the sick and dying is at an all-time high, as too is the amount of sick, unhealthy humans in which they consume off of. We're not getting healthier, we're getting sicker. Our whole world is toxic and dying. We are not helping one another, we're consuming one another. If we are ever to improve this sick world that is consuming itself, we will need to learn to take responsibility and abolish the money system. It has served its purpose and it is an outdated system. We as humans must learn to give more than we take from each other. Only when we give to one another, not for monetary gains, but rather for the betterment of all, will we then learn how to produce a society that restores rather than one that consumes each other. I've decided that I'm not coming back to school in the spring. This school's focus is not on making me a better person. This school's focus is not on making my peers better people. This school's focus is not on making my world a better place, but only in consuming me, my peers, and my world in its never-ending need for money. I've decided instead to go in search of a better world, one which is focused on repairing a sick society that is consuming itself in its futile attempt at survival of the individual. Good luck out there. You're going to need it.